And good afternoon, and thank you for clicking in today on the ETBU Sportsnet for another edition of ETBU Extra. Hello, I'm Mike Mook, the voice of the Tigers. We're broadcasting live once again from the first floor of the Ornelas Student Center on the campus of East Texas Baptist University. Before we start talking Tiger sports, need to update you about something. ETBU Fan Vote of the Week. You've had a chance to vote for the past few days, and the three things that you were asked to vote for this week was, number one, Lady Tiger tennis with their 8-0 start. Number two, Zach Biles won the pole vault this past weekend at the Trinity University track meet, his first ever collegiate track meet in pole vault, and he wins the whole thing. And the last item for you to vote on was Lady Tiger basketball winning their first American Southwest Conference tournament win since the 2007 season. They had that win over at UT Tyler in that first round game against University of Mary Hardin-Baylor. All right, we'll tell you the results of that here in just a moment. Of course, the Fan Vote of the Week is presented by Matt and Courtney Workman from Team Higher Purpose. They're alumni of ETBU from 2002. Well, if you've been on the Go ETBU Tiger website today, goetbutiger.com, you probably see the big graphic there and the announcement there that head coach Bert West of the Tigers announced his retirement today after 22 seasons of coaching basketball here at ETBU. And Coach, there's also a video out there, and I asked a question at Christmas time, have you gotten my Christmas present yet? And you said no. So I want to ask you again, where is my Christmas present, and have you gotten it yet?
I'm going to have a little more time now. I'm going to be on the hunt for something that's just perfect.
I hope it is something just perfect, because I'm going to hold you to that, all right?
It will be.
Well, Coach, as I was thinking about what can I ask you after you announced your retirement, and I guess the main question I want to ask you is, do you remember that very first victory as a Tiger basketball coach?
I do. Not real clearly, but what I remember more than that was about my maybe the first year here we had Parents' Day, and the Keys gym was packed, and a very strong Texas Lutheran team came in, and I had a very young, inexperienced team, and we were not very good. And they beat us like a tied-up goat. I mean, they just whipped us. And it was embarrassing. I'd been used to winning, and I'd not been used to getting whipped like a tied-up goat. Well, as soon as the game was over and I addressed the team, I got in the car and drove down into Central Louisiana recruiting. And as I walked in the gym, some of the people at the school I had been to previously saw me standing in the door, and they got to waving, and I would wave, and then they stood up and waved. And so then others behind them had to stand up to see what they were doing. Well, nobody knew what was going on, but they thought something big was happening because everyone was standing. Well, then the people that knew me started clapping for me, and the entire gym ended up giving me a standing ovation. And I was just sort of waved at the crowd, and I was thinking, how nice. I don't know. I just got beat 40 at home in front of a packed crowd. Thank you. But anyway, just, odd bits and ends like that are the things you remember. But what I'm going to miss is the dressing room. I'm going to miss that relationship with the players and watching them grow and develop. And I'm going to miss, players that coming back to me and telling me what they were doing, their families and different jobs and the success they were having. That's the good parts.
Coach, we've been friends since I came to the Hill, but really became friends when we started walking together at lunchtime. And I know every year you'd say, this is it, Mike, this is it. And so this year when you told me that, I didn't believe you, but now I've got to believe that you have announced your retirement. Kind of tell me, kind of share with us just something about you've liked being here so long.
Well, I truly believe the light on the hill will never die. I believe this is a blessed place. I feel like I've been blessed to be here. I've seen the difference this university makes in people's lives, and it's made a difference in mine, and I hope I have made a difference in some others. This is a wonderful place. I could not have ever put myself in position to be in a better place for me and my family.
Well, let's not talk about retirement anymore. Let's kind of wrap up the Tiger season this year. You won the American Southwest Conference East Division, right to play in the ASC tournament, won that first game last week against Mary Hardin-Baylor, but wow, you hit a tough Louisiana College team in the semifinals and lost to them. Kind of wrap up the ASC tournament for us.
Well, it was a big win against Mary Hardin-Baylor. They were really charging down the stretch, and Coach Prather and I had discussed it, and I felt that if Mary Hardin-Baylor got by us, they might win the whole thing. And our kids played extremely hard and played well and won that game. Louisiana College, that was our third battle of the year. and each one was just could go either way, and we managed to win the first two. And in this one, there's one thing I always tell my teams: you cannot control the other team's mindset. You can only control your mindset, and you've got to be ready. And we were ready. We had a good mindset. We played hard. We couldn't hit our shots. Louisiana College had that incentive. You know, they were still sort of smoldering. I guess we beat them maybe like 5 of the last 6 times prior to this game. And their mindset was great. They played great. We battled to the very end. The Tigers represented the way they always do, gave everything they had. Just a bad shooting night at a bad time. And hats off to Louisiana College. It's probably not for my team. They deserve better. But for me, it was probably appropriate for Louisiana College to put me out of business. Over the years, I've had a lot of success in Louisiana. I've had a lot of success against Louisiana College. We've gotten a lot of great players from their area that they wanted. And so turnabout's fair play. I hurt them a while, and they hurt me a while. But it was a proud moment. Our kids, you know, sometimes your proud moments aren't always in victory. Mm-hmm. And the kids did a great job, and I'm very proud of them.
Of course, Louisiana College beat the Tigers in the semifinal game, went on to play Hardin-Simmons for the championship. Hardin-Simmons won the American Southwest Conference and advanced on into the NCAA National Tournament. Well, Coach, the ASC has announced its superlatives for the year and named you the American Southwest Conference East Division Coach of the Year, and congratulations on that. But let's talk about the players who were honored. Bret Atkins, the East Division Player of the Year. Bret also made the All-Conference Defensive Team. On the first team from the East, Bret Atkins. Also making the All-Conference team, second team is Dylan Augustine. I will mention Junior Mitchell and Jordan Quillian. And making the All-American Southwest Conference East freshman team was Jay McKnight. It's good to see your players get those type of honors. And
that's why I was Coach of the Year. Those guys, Coach Prather, if they give an assistant Coach of the Year, he wins it. You know, he had carried a big load for us, and you know, you want to be like that old thoroughbred. When you see that finish line, you want to be straining harder and harder trying to get there, and I was, but he was pushing and pulling and spurring me the whole way as I was sort of limping to the finish line. But Coach Prather and the team won me the Coach of the Year award. I'm very grateful to them.
Coach, any final words today?
I have enjoyed it thoroughly. What a fun, rewarding career. I feel blessed to have the friends I've had and be in the situation I've been in. It's been more than I deserve. I'm appreciative, though.
Well, Coach, thank you for your time today. Retired coach now of the Tigers, and best to you and your family. And you'll still be around the university doing some special projects and stuff, but best to you and your family in the months ahead.
Thanks, Mike. Maybe I'll get to be a smarter coach now that I'm done.
Bert West has been our guest here, top of the show. Of course, if you go to etbtigers.com, you can read the announcement of him announcing his retirement today after 22 seasons as a head coach of the Tigers. Coming up next, we continue to talk Tiger athletics on ETBU Extra.